All right. Who we have here? I have Fabian Martin. Hi, Fabian. Thank you for joining us today.
Hi, Amy. Thank you for having me.
Yes, yes. So tell us a little bit about you, Fabian.
Well, I currently I'm a consultant for Power Solar, and it was a quick transition, I would say, to what I do now from what I used to do before. For about 20 years, I was an automotive mechanic, and I'm currently not unemployed, on disability with the city because I got injured at work, and it was an opportunity to learn something new, and I got spoiled being home on disability, and it was a blessing in disguise where when I got injured, it was during COVID, right when it started. So I was able to stay home with the family, and I got spoiled being home with everybody, and I got this opportunity to sell solar, and I took it, and it kind of just took off with your help.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you. So tell us a little bit about how your life was before the mentorship, before you met me.
Before I met you, it just felt like just this regular routine. It A good analogy in comparison is like that movie The Matrix, where you're just plugged in and you're just doing your 9 to 5. You punch in, you punch out, you come home, you make food, you sit on the couch, and then the next day repeats over, then repeats and repeats. And that's how my life was before. Not saying it was terrible. Life, I had no complaints. I have a city job where benefits, retirement, everything, pension, I felt like that was it. That was my peak. I'm in the city. I don't have to worry about anything anymore. I'm going to be taken care of when I retire.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So that was your life prior.
Yeah.
Yes. So share with us a little bit. So what has happened since coming onto the mentorship with me? What's happened in your life, in your personal life, as well as your professional life?
So since day one, it was a bit weird. I wasn't like 100% on board, in the sense Salila started it, and she's like, I really want you to come on to this meeting with Amy. And I said, okay, she asked, and so I joined, and I still wasn't like 100% because I didn't understand. It's like you're still so programmed to your old ways to do something new. You're just afraid of what's new, or the afraid, like they say, the afraid of the unknown.
Right.
And I was just open to it. I didn't just say no. I was open to it, and just learning and listening to, the proper guidance is I've been able to change the way I look. Definitely.
Absolutely. I wish I could show like a before and after picture for the audience here. You look totally different. Yeah. You want to share a little bit about how you used to look like, Vivian?
So being a mechanic, you have that image of being a quote unquote, we call ourselves grease monkeys. So you kind of carry that persona into your personal life out of work. So we didn't care of how we dress, if we had, dirty jeans or a dirty shirt. You just didn't care. We would carry ourselves when we go out, but in a way I wouldn't carry myself when I would come home. It was just like I was always like if I was on, vacation mode every day. But now with this transformation, every day that I go out now, like I put on nice clothes, I put on nice jeans, I put on, a work shirt, to promote my business. And it's a good feeling to not to go out, elevating yourself a little bit more than, or a lot more than what I used to. And you can feel it. You can feel it, like when you're walking around, you can see that people aren't looking at you like, oh, he's dirty, or just, they actually, I don't know. I just feel like just a glow,
Yeah.
that I've been able to get rid of my glasses. That's definitely one thing that I've changed, to give myself to change my personality and to change my image of not being a mechanic that I was before.
Absolutely, absolutely. So not only you shift internally, what happened to you, Fabian, is also that you shifted the way you looked, right?
Mhm.
What we call the self-image.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then now your new self-image. So share with us a little bit. So besides the self-image, okay. So what are some of the biggest shifts or awarenesses that you learned during the mentorship?
For me, I think the biggest one, and it was the very first one that I was telling you I was having trouble with. With my job, with the city job, I would start at 6. So I always had a routine. When my alarm goes off, I get up, and I would get up about 5 o'clock in the morning, get ready, and go to work and start my job from 6 to 3:30. And since I've been at home and with COVID, I just get up when it's time for the kids to get up to get them ready, then come home, and that was it. I had nothing else to do. I didn't have no other purpose, because I wasn't working. I didn't have, solar, or I didn't have anything else to do. So it was just TV. TV was my thing to come home, or just hang out with Salila, and it was terrible. And now with this, the biggest step was when I was able to get up at 6 o'clock, was the very beginning. Once I started getting up at 6, regardless whether if I had to do something or not, shifted everything.
Right.
It was that first hurdle, and for me, it was the hardest hurdle. And after that, everything was easy to get everything into place where it needed to be.
Yeah, that's right. I remember that. And that was one of the new habits you had to build
Mhm.
into your new self-image,
Mhm.
right? To get up early. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's the future self, the future Fabian. That's what he would do. Right?
Yeah.
Good, good. What about other I know there's so many tools, but anything that stood out for you, like concepts or tools that you learned?
Um, a lot of it was the meditation, getting onto Gaia, listening to even the meditation that has no words, just hearing something to relax your body, to relieve the stress of just disconnecting from the world, the just the world, just disconnecting. And once I was able to do that and then start visualizing and just picturing things of what I wanted and what I wanted to do, everything slowly started coming into fruition. And then now it's like the floodgates are open. Like, honestly, I'm serious, Amy. Like, within a week, if I'm picturing something that I want to attract, within a week it shows up.
Wow.
Not even like trying to think of, how long, because I don't think about how long it's going to take to get here. I just start visualizing of what I want, of like a client or what I'm looking for, and it shows up pretty quick.
Wow, that's so amazing, Fabian. So, what you're saying is that through meditation to quiet your mind, you're able to visualize
Yeah.
the life that you want to create, right?
Yeah.
Because prior to that, what were you? I mean, we were programmed to. What were we thinking? Like,
Nothing. You're just thinking, we weren't thinking, I wasn't thinking of anything of what I wanted to attract. Yeah, we had, dreams of wanting certain things, but now they're not dreams, they're goals. We have intentions now, that they're things that can come to reality, that it's not impossible.
that's right. That's right. So with that, like share with us a little bit. I know there has been so many manifestations, but share with me what have you manifested ever during the mentorship?
During the mentorship, I think the biggest thing, as the client that fell in my lap, and not even just fell in my lap, is because I was thinking out of the box of what other solar consultants are doing. We're door knocking, we're calling people, but nobody would reach out to contractors and consultant and developers, because in California, it's mandatory now to have solar for new construction. So I'm like, okay, I want to reach out to that market. So I just started picturing myself seeing construction buildings or just empty land where they're developing, and calling, the signs. And probably in that first one, I think less than a month, I was able to get contact with some developers that's at the very beginning, within the first month, signed 3 deals.
Wow. Wow. So what you're saying, Fabian, is you were seeing them, right, in your mind's eye, you visualize them, and then within a month it came to fruition
Yeah.
in the physical world.
Yeah.
Wow. And so prior to that, let's just give, the audience some backstory to put it in perspective. So how many deals did you have prior? Like, meaning before working with me, how many deals?
Before working with you, before working with you, I didn't have anything.
You didn't have anything.
I didn't have anything. I went a few months with nothing, just reaching out to friends and family, because that's what they initially train us. The initial training, the virtual training that they give us, they say your first clients are going to be the clients that you have in your phone, because you already have their contact numbers. So of course, they say, don't discount any numbers that you have, because you never know. And just kind of, you do like a text blast to each individual and let them know what you're doing, and if they're open to helping you learn and train. And some of the family said yes, but it never happened. Honestly, none of the contacts in my phone ever made a deal
Wow.
until today. One of my cousins actually calls me and tells me that her and her husband are looking into solar, and I have a meeting tonight at 8:30 with them.
Oh my God, that's amazing. So how long has it been since you were in solar, in the business?
So I believe it's been about 6-7 months.
6-7 months.
And
Okay.
the first 3 to 4 months, there was just nothing. It was just tumbleweeds. My brain strength was just going towards the gutter. I just felt like I was wasting money. We're paying $50 a month to be on this platform to access the company, but I felt like, $50 is not a lot of money, but for someone that's never done this before, you feel like you're still throwing $50 away for something that's not happening.
Yeah.
And since learning from you and everybody else, everything just started coming coming down. It was just having the right tools and the guidance. It just made everything just work a lot better. You were the map, you were the tom of my guidance.
Oh, I'm the tom tom. I like that. I like that. So before you were kind of like no sense of direction, I want to say, right? And then now that once we started mentorship, once you started to learn about setting, right? And then the tools, how to manifest things. So tell us a little bit. So what has happened to your business in the last 3 months?
Within the last 3 months, just using the tools that you've given us. And honestly, one of the ones I'm actually so proud of myself about is actually finishing a book.
Oh,
So finishing Think and Grow Rich was one of my first books that I've read from beginning to end, with a partner that I can't even remember from high school if I've ever finished reading a book.
wow.
I just was never a book person, but reading that actually boosted more confidence and understanding of what I need to do,
Yeah.
and the tools to actually really focus on how to manifest and how to really visualize. Like I was telling Sammy that when I visualize, I kind of like, it's like a combo for me. I visualize and I meditate at the same time, because I'm already sitting there. So
Right.
I can just do everything at once. So if I'm getting too much in and I can't control it, I just clear everything out. And that's when I know I need to meditate to just clear everything out. But if I can start seeing things clearly and I can visualize my stuff, then I start visualizing before I meditate, because my mind is a lot clearer than it was before
Yeah.
to see what I want.
Yeah, I love that, Fabian. So you were trying things out, right?
Mhm.
Experimenting things. But these are the tools that you now you I empower you, right? Now you carry them with you all the time, right? Like it doesn't matter, I mean, if business goes up, down, goes up and down, because they will, right?
Mhm.
But now you know you have the tools so you can combat that,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. Good. Good. So share with us a little bit. So what do you think, okay, let's just go into your imagination. What do you think life would look like if you didn't be a part of the mentorship? What do you think your life will look like?
I think I can see exactly what it would look like because I was already there. And being already there, it's so clear of if I didn't do this and I didn't have the guidance from you and everyone else, I'd still be the 9 to 5, come home and just feel like not necessarily I have no purpose, but just, like just come home, help with dinner, clean something up, and then just sit on the couch, because there was no more growth. I felt like that was it. I felt like there was no more growth to either earn more money or just grow as a person. I felt like I hit a wall.
Right, right. And now we're just starting, right? You're just starting. This is like we're scratching the surface, right?
Yeah,
But now not only you have more confidence in yourself and it shows, right? You feel much better about yourself too, right?
yeah.
Yeah, and your results. So share with us a little bit your results. I saw your ranking in your business and I was just so excited for you.
Yeah, so when I started, our platform shows like different rankings, whether if you're a mentor ranked or your sales consultant ranked, or if you had your team has sent you business or you've grown your team, so they rank you on how fast you're growing your own personal team. And from the program, I think just from November to December, I went from 23 to number 4 within
Wow.
within within less than a month.
Wow. Within less than a month.
In less than a month, I was able to sign enough, basically leads that turned into contracts in less than a month. That just from your guidance, everything happened.
Yeah, I mean, you did the work, okay, Fabian. I just wanted to share with the audience. Like, I show you the tools, but you still had to do the work, right?
Yeah, yeah. Of course, I do the work. I do you're not visualizing for me,
Right,
but
right.
but still, there's still that gratitude because if it wasn't for you, I would still be sitting on the couch watching TV.
Yeah,
Till it's nighttime to go to bed.
it would be totally a different Fabian. Yeah.
Yeah,
So, would you say your as far as your the growth for your business, it's more than double since
yeah.
the beginning,
Yeah.
right?
Since the beginning, I right now I have a little board. I follow like Salila, like the realtors. They have like a little board. You write their name, the address, and then now I have like bullet points of like points in the process. So when they sign the contract, I have the date, and then when the designs are approved, I have the date, and I write down every step through the whole process all the way to once it's finished, and I'm able to see that every day, and I've seen it just every day. It's growing.
Yeah,
I mean, and with I think within I think I had last week or two was really slow, but now this week now there's like 3 clients that just came out of nowhere. But
uh,
it's not that they come out of nowhere, it's because I just had to be on the same vibration as them, and that they saw me somewhere.
right, right. We don't care, right? We don't
Right.
care about the how, right? The universe will take care of it.
Yeah.
All you needed to do was be on the same frequency. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And was it like, I mean, don't get me wrong, it was work, right? You
Yeah.
do put in the work, but would you say it was like hard work? Like you went after went to and get clients, or they came to you?
And none at all. It was not hard work at all. It was it was easy. It's only hard if we say it's hard, but to just put your image out there, to put your face out there, a lot of help with Salila, with my marketing, and with social media, getting my presence out there. And of course, when you start a new business, a lot of people don't, not necessarily, you don't have credibility, but of course people aren't really going to ask you for help because they see you're starting. But once they see your success, they start coming out of everywhere to say, help me. But I don't want to see it as it's kind of like upsetting that they didn't reach out earlier, but I'm just happy that they're reaching out now that I'm able to help them.
Absolutely. Because in the beginning, it's easier to blame other people, right? Like, oh, how come you didn't reach out and things like that.
Yeah.
But it's like not until we sit down and we look at ourselves in the mirror and said, I am the one that's responsible for my results. And
Mhm.
if I change me, I'll change my results.
Yeah.
Right. And that's exactly what happened for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good. So Fabian, if someone that's watching this interview and is thinking like, oh, I'm not sure if I should invest in myself. I'm not sure if I should go with the mentorship. What would you say to them?
I would say that they're blind. They need to get some sense knocked into them. It's if you're starting a business and you feel lost and kind of whether if it's depressed, lonely, or just no guidance, you really need to reach out to a coach that can connect with and guide you, because you can do everything alone on your own, but it doesn't hurt to have some help. It just with help, it can just elevate yourself and elevate your business to another level, to where you're going to tell yourself, I should have done this ages ago.
Right, right. That's exactly what it is when working with a mentor is it shortens time,
Mhm.
right? And it's a quantum leap. Like in your case, Fabian, from 24, right? Is it 24 to
Yeah.
4? Yeah, the ranking, that's a quantum leap in a month. Did you say that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing. So just to wrap up at the end, do you have any last words of encouragement for people that are watching this?
Just don't, not necessarily don't take no from an answer from somebody that from your business. Don't let nothing discourage you. When you get discouraged, or you just have that negative vibration from other people, it really puts you down. But if you can just block that out, and no matter what comes at you, and you have that confidence, or at least that determination to move forward, don't let anything stop you.
Yes, that's amazing, Fabian. And now you are unstoppable, right? We can
Yeah.
actually say you're unstoppable. Like you tell me like so many things you're manifesting. I'm like, oh my God, like I can't even keep up, right? So I'm very excited for you, Fabian, and congratulations with all your success up until now.
Thank you, Amy. Thank you so much.
Thank you.